Welcome to the Wednesday edition of Take 5 for Torah. Today is August 13th. It's the 19th of Av. And that means today we are discussing why do we do that? And since this parsha, like last week's parsha, mentions the mezuzah, I thought we would discuss a few things about what we do with the mezuzah. Now, if you see on the door, the mezuzah is always on the right side, on a diagonal, facing into the room. The Gemara says it should be in the upper third of the door. Divide the door into 3/3 and put it in the upper third, but not too close to the ceiling, and probably close enough where you can touch it and see it and be reminded how blessed we are in our comings and goings. When the mezuzah is mentioned in two different places in the Torah, and we recite them in the Shema each and every day, the first chapter of the Shema is in singular. It refers to things like b'chol levavcha, b'chol nafshecha, with all your heart and all your soul. The second chapter is in plural. There it says b'chol levavchem u'b'chol nafshechem. Right? The first chapter says ukshartam laos al yodecha, wear tefillin on your hand, singular. And in the second chapter, it's ukshartem osam laos al yedchem. You, plural, should wear the tefillin on your, plural, hands. But when it mentions mezuzah at the end of the parsha, it inexplicably goes back to singular. Uchsavtam al mezuzos beisecha uvisharecha, not batechem uvisharechem. So that anomaly is what makes the Gemara say that we have to darshan beisecha as if though it's derech biyoscha, which means that mostly right-handed people grab the door with the right hand, so the mezuzah is just on the side where you're grabbing the door, and that's where you're entering the room, and that's what you see first. The Gemara gives a few explanations of this. One of them is kivon de tintere. It guards you. You want to make sure that you're fully aware and cognizant of that mezuzah, so that when you leave the house, God goes with you. When you come back into the house, God is coming with you. And that is what indeed blesses us. Baruch atah b'voecha, baruch atah b'tzeisecha. We're blessed in our comings and blessed in our goings. However, there is an opinion that is found in the Yereim, one of his name is Elazar of Metz, one of the great Ashkenazic rabbis of the Middle Ages. And he writes in his Sefer Yereim certain codes and certain symbols that he would put inside the mezuzah, and the Rambam was very, very much against this. And many other Rishonim cite the Yereim as a sign of his great Kabbalistic acumen as a result of knowing these signs and symbols, but the Rambam was very much against it. The Rambam thought that even just thinking that the mezuzah has the power to protect us is like making an egel out of the mezuzah. The mezuzah has no power whatsoever. That's a piece of holy parchment in there, no doubt. It has God's name written all over it. But it has no internal power, no more power than the Beis HaMikdash had to save us from the Babylonians, no more power than the Aron, the Holy Ark, had to save itself from being captured by the Philistines. And when Moshe saw Bnei Yisrael trying to imbue holiness, inherent holiness, into a golden calf that they had just made with their own hands as representing God, Moshe had to prove to them that nothing, not even these tablets made by God himself, have inherent holiness. I'm going to smash them before your eyes in the face of this behavior. So too, the tefillin, the mezuzah, the Sefer Torah are certainly very holy objects. They have kedushas. They have tashmishe kedusha, tashmishe mitzvah. They have all kinds of kedusha. Even the bag that holds them has kedusha. But they don't have inherent kedusha. They're holy because of the way we treat them. So this is why we slant the mezuzah in, is to teach us that the Yereim is correct and the Rambam is correct. They're both correct. The mezuzah does indeed protect us. But it's not the actual physical mezuzah itself. It's how we feel when we view the mezuzah, when we're looking at it. This is how every mitzvah protects us. But the mezuzah stands out because it's there always in our house as we come and as we go. So now we have this explanation of what the mezuzah is, and perhaps just as important, what the mezuzah isn't.